You got to get the song, man. Put it in the comments below. Who wins? All right, here we go. Chapter 7, Proverbs chapter 7. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you're enjoying the little series so far. I know I am. These are off-the-cuff commentaries. I haven't read this recently, so I read it, and then we comment on it. Hopefully it sinks into your brain, your life somewhere. I believe that these words are incredibly wise. Not mine, the ones I'm about to read. This is Proverbs chapter 7, coming from the library we call the Bible. My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. Keep my commands and you will live. Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister. And to insight, you are my relative. They will keep you from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words. At the window of my house, I looked down through the lattice. I saw among the simple. I noticed among the young men a youth who had no sense. I don't know anybody like that. He was going down the street near her corner, walking along in the direction of her house. At twilight, as the day was fading, as the dark of night set in. Then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute and with crafty intent. She is unruly and defiant. Her feet never stay at home. Now in the street, now in the squares, at every corner she lurks. She took hold of him and kissed him. And with a brazen face she said, today I fulfilled my vows, and I have food from my fellowship offering at home. So I came out to meet you. I looked for you and have found you. I have covered my bed with colored linens from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deeply of love till morning. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took his purse filled with money and will not be home till full moon. With persuasive words, she led him astray. She seduced him with her smooth talk. All at once he followed her like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose till an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare, little knowing it will cost him his life. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Pay attention to what I say. Do not let your heart turn to her ways or stray into her paths. Many are the victims she has brought down. Her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is a highway to the grave, leading down to the chambers of death. Okay, not so fun. Here's the wayward woman again. Here is the adulteress. Now, it's interesting that this character can represent so many things. Obviously, the idea of a young man being seduced by a woman, everyone can understand, because we all understand the drives, the natural drives of a young man as it relates to wanting to be with a woman. And the woman using her desirability, if that's the right word, to her benefit to get what she wants to bring him into her world of corruption and lies and deceit and all that stuff. So it doesn't have to be direct as far as it relates to you. What is the thing for you that maybe you do struggle with something that is very attractive to you and it has a way of wooing you? It doesn't have to even be a person. It can be a thing. It can be a thing you know you should do that you don't do. It could be a thing that you know you shouldn't do that you do. Pretty big group of things there, right? So I think that the wisdom in this chapter is in understanding the seductive nature, and the way that the father is telling the son in this story version of it is he looks down and he sees the simple. And by simple, he means someone who doesn't really think much, who just kind of goes with their feelings and just kind of, hey, what's going on? Oh, hey, yeah, pretty lady, let's go, whatever, without thinking. So we can also apply that to our lives, to take pause. In the very beginning, again, he's talking about have them bound on your finger. But if you had a string on your finger and the string was, hey, don't do this, or today I got to do that. It's a super old-fashioned way. It's like if you want to go running in the morning, right, or exercise, put your clothes out ahead of time. Put your shoes there. So when you get up, oh, my shoes are right there. I'm going to go running. I've actually woken up in the morning and told myself I wasn't going to do something that day because I don't want to do that again today. That was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that. And by 4 o'clock that day, I'm doing that thing and completely forgetting that I said I wasn't going to do it. So that obviously wasn't bound around my finger or wasn't, a tablet around my neck to remind me. So be simple. Don't complicate it, right? if you can avoid the behavior you want to avoid, or if you can, or the temptation in this case, talking about temptation, you can avoid the pitfalls, the mistakes, the errors, the things that are going to make your life worse by simple things. Just do it. Treat yourself like you were somebody else. Treat yourself like you're a 5-year-old. Yeah, well, how would you help keep a 5-year-old from doing something? You would make it very, very simple. But yet, when it's ourselves, we are so complicated, and people don't understand what's going on in our head, and we almost let pride kind of take over, and it's our pride that stops us from doing the simple things, whether it's doing the thing or not doing the thing, or avoiding the temptation. Martin Luther, I'll end with this, had a famous phrase. He said, "The birds of temptation will always be flying over your head. Just don't let them nest in your hair." Right? There we go. Because that's kind of a mess. You don't want a bird on your head. All right, y'all. That's kind of all I got. This was very straightforward, very simple, very right to the point. It wasn't as complex as chapter 7 yesterday, or no, chapter 6 yesterday. But I don't think I lied in this one like I did yesterday. But I was talking to Lee earlier, and I mentioned the video from yesterday, and I said, well, that's how you know for sure that it's just a off the cuff, one take commentary. I'm not studying this thing ahead of time because I want it to have that feel that we're just sitting around chatting about it. So please subscribe, like. If you want to turn on notifications, do that. I know some of you are actually notifying you via text, hey, the video's posted. But if you don't want to get the texts, if you get a zillion texts already, if you just turn your notifications on through YouTube, if you want to do that kind of thing, then you'll get the notifications that way. So either way, please comment. I'd love to have conversations and discussions in there. For those of you that have already commented in the last couple days, awesome. All right, y'all. Trying to stay inside of 7 minutes. Yesterday, I totally blew it out of the water because that was a huge chapter, but I'm making up for it today. All right. Have a great night. I need to come up with an ending. I need to come up with like I ended with music last time too. Oh, I scoot out with music. All right, we're going to do that again. Here we go. You got to name the song. Peace out. Here I go again, I see the crystal vision. I keep my visions to myself.